Okay, hey, welcome back to Module 1. Let's get started. We're going to begin with Kollman, the book that's our primary text, The American Political System, Chapter 1. Lots of new concepts and terms here. You'll want to pay careful attention to them. It's a little bit more chapters, but will give you a strong footing to develop your understanding. I do love when I look at the screen here. You can probably see my reflection off my glasses in sort of an infinite number of reflections. Actually, I don't need to do that because I'm only looking at you and I'm not reading here. Here are the main things that you'll want to learn from Chapter 1 that are going to be important throughout the semester and throughout your future work in American politics. We want to understand the concept of institutions. Now, we might think of institutions as particular organizations like the Georgetown University as an institution, or the Congress as an institution, or the Congressional Budget Office as an institution. And those are all institutions, but the core concept of an institution is a set of rules and norms that govern behavior. So what is common among Georgetown, the Congress, the Congressional Budget Office, is that they all involve a set of rules and norms, that is, patterns of activity that will govern our behavior. We'll spend a lot of time in institutions because these rules and norms have a tremendous impact on the kinds of decisions that we have to make. So, for example, the institution of elections, the rules and norms that guide elections will have a strong influence on who will run for office, who will vote for office, who will win office, and so forth. So we want to nail down institutions. We're also going to look at the idea of collective dilemmas. Collective dilemmas. Politics is a collective activity. We may act on our own, but we're always interacting with other individuals. And the way that all these individuals interact together form these collective dilemmas. Like, how are we going to decide? How are we going to decide what should be done? And what are we going to decide to do? We're trying to come together to vote. What are the rules for voting? Who are we going to vote for? What will be the outcomes? How do we decide who wins elections and so forth? So those are all part of the aspects of collective dilemmas. Now, the two things about collective dilemmas that are most interesting to me is that they typically involve the assumption that individuals will act rationally in their self-interest. That is, that we all seek things in politics. Everybody in the political world will try to seek things either for themselves or for the community. And we act strategically to get them. That is, we try to decide how other people will act, what are the best things for us to do to obtain our objectives, and so forth. So individuals will act rationally, strategically to gain their objectives. But often the outcome of lots of individuals acting rationally to obtain their objectives won't lead necessarily to a broader social good. So we'll see this in a couple ways. The classic case is the prisoner's dilemma. Really fascinating. You'll have a chance to see an interesting video about how the prisoner's dilemma can play out in practice. But the idea is that individuals, again, in their self-interest, trying to make decisions that don't necessarily improve the public interest. Well, I don't want to spend too much time now talking. I think it's time for you to dig into the readings. So enjoy Chapter 1. Make sure that you have a clear understanding of institutions and of collective dilemmas. We'll come back over the rest of the semester to reinforce your knowledge and expand your knowledge of those topics. Thanks, and good luck.